me. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Please stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to.
Good barely afternoon league. This is Cole coming in with my weekly wrap-up session. Just going to talk about this week's big games going into the playoffs. Who's in, who's out, who sucks, some more. Yeah, so let's kick it off. First game we'll talk about here is We Changing Names Bro versus Elk Things. That's Austin Mathers versus Graham and Kyle. Graham and Kyle coming into the game 2-10. Austin coming in 9-3. And of course, Austin did win this one. He won 121.2 to 114.1, which improves him to 10-3 and takes him to the #1 seed in the playoffs. Congrats, Austin, on this year's regular season championship. Back-to-back is what I've been told. I don't know if he won last year. I don't think he did in the playoffs. So, I mean, regular season doesn't mean shit right now, right? Who knows? But big score for Austin was Le'Veon Bell, 31.4. Big score for Graham and Kyle was Matt Ryan with 20.8. Actually, I apologize, Graham and Kyle. It was actually Rams D at 29. So your defense got you the most points this week. But wasn't enough, so Graham and Kyle, you will be in the 9-10 matchup against TJ for the calendar shoot, or last place is what we call it. So we'll be looking forward to that big matchup. Next game is Drake's new favorite team versus Please Beat TJ. That's TJ Gibbons versus Nick Masada. A lot of saltiness in this matchup, as there should be, because Nick needed a big win to get into the playoffs, and TJ was trying to spoil his big win. But Nick did squeak out the win, not a squeaker, but he did win. 138.7 to 105.7. TJ's big score was Calvin with 26.6 on that Thursday game. And then Masada's big score was Trey Mason, 34.4. He really traded for Mark Ingram, who only put up 12, but he got Trey Mason as well, and Trey Mason ended up putting up more points. So Masada sneaks into the playoffs. He's the 3rd seed in the playoffs. So congrats, Masada. You went from 1st to 5th, back up to 3rd. So congrats on making the playoffs. TJ is in that 9-10 matchup with Graham and Kyle for the calendar shoot. That's going to be a big matchup come Sunday and next Sunday. Next game is Pop Tamale I'm Sweating versus Moose Stuff. That's Cole Moreland versus Jordan Herstein. Cole came in at a, what were you, 7-5 game, and Jordan was 8-4 or something like that. Who cares? But Jordan did end up blowing Cole out, 130.4 to 81.6. Cole needed a win to stay in the playoff picture, but wasn't enough this week, and drops to the 6th place game versus Alex Payne. Cole's big score was A-Rod with 24.8, and Jordan's big score was Phillip Rivers, 27.1. But Jordan takes the number 2 seed in the playoffs. Like I said, Cole, you're in that 5-6 matchup, basically the pointless game. Nothing matters for you at this point. You know you're not going to get last, and you know you're not going to get money. That's what it is. So congrats, Jordan, on getting that number 2 seed in the playoffs. Look forward to playing you in the championship. Next game is that dude Eli C. Clay Rams D versus the real Mathers, Mike Schneider versus Evan Mathers. Evan needed a big win this week to even get into the playoff picture and to get out of that 7-10 matchup, or the 7-8 matchup, and he ended up flopping, putting up 57.1 points to Mike's 167.6. Ouch. Oh, Evan, I'm sorry. So Evan actually gets to turn around and play Mike again in that 7-8 matchup for last place, to stay out of last place, I should say. So that's going to be a huge battle to see if Evan can put up more than 57 points. But Mike's big score this week was Kobe Fleener, 24.7. But actually his biggest score was Vikings defense. So, wow. 2 big defensive games this week for Graham and Kyle and Mike. Both put up 25 plus. And Evan's big score with a whopping 19.1 points was Alshon Jeffrey. He had Jimmy Graham, who got targeted 0 times in that matchup, so that kind of sucks for you. But you lose. You get to play Mike again. Try not to get last place is all I have to say to you, Evan. Yeah. Congrats, Mike, on almost putting up the most points this year, but not quite. Not quite. Final game is Payne's Crystalite Jizz versus Blood Disease Boys, myself versus Payne. Payne beat me 145.5 to 106.8. My big score was... shit. I never put up good points. Brandon LaFell, 15.8 for myself. His big score was Andrew Luck, 32.8. You know, passing when they're up by 3 touchdowns late in the game, getting those extra points. But the sad thing is, Payne put up so many points each week and has a shittier record than me, and I'm in the playoffs. I got that number 4 spot. I'm 8-5. He's 7-6. And yeah, sucks to be you guys, but I win every week. Most weeks, not every week, but I win enough weeks to get in the playoffs. And yeah, so fuck you guys. I'm in the playoffs. You're not. So Payne's in that pointless game against Cole. That 5-6 matchup, basically not going to have to do a calendar shoot and not going to make any money. So, sucks to be you guys. That's shitty, Payne. Fuck you. Today's scrolling after this will be this week's individual point leaders. Yeah. And I will post average scores here in a bit, and most points this week and least points this week. Look forward to my video on Thursday. Playoffs start Thursday. And good luck to whoever made it, and good luck to people in the calendar shoot games, because that's going to be pretty scary. Alright, that's all I have to say. You guys have a good day. Yeah, goodbye. Kitty in the background.
Watching haters wonder why Gambino got the game. Half-tied thicky, all she wanna do is bang. Got her hair done, French braids, now she ASAP. Bino so insensitive, she asking why you say that. I'm chillin', real nigga feelin', rich kid asshole.